A town has different meaning to different people. You can say a place where you visited, where you grew up, and all about it is about memories that you have created in. I think what's important for a town really is a special place. Places where you remember, you talk about, and that kind of thing need good placemaking. You can create great gathering places, lay out the parks and lakes that open up to each neighborhood. You can apply good architecture, craft the streetscapes, and have a town square for people to come together, interact with one another. Then you create a personality for the town. And this is what we're trying to do in Gamuda Gardens. And for all our towns. Creating this special personality that make people move in, live there. They will see and feel the difference. They want to be the part of the town. You know about town making, it's not just about constructions. To do it right, we have to think about the connectivity, and there's an art to it. There has to be an infrastructure master plan that ensures accessibility right from your home to the highway and all the neighborhood stops in between. Not only that, to virtually connect people to one another is just as important. Nowadays, people tend to be on their phone, their tablet, their laptop most of the time. That's why master plan has to have the right technology and solutions. As a town maker, we make decisions today that affect people. That could be forever. So we have to be very mindful when we do our planning. It's the way we look at the details that make the town work.
An important part of town making is listening to what the land has to tell us. Here at Gamuda Gardens, we're blessed with rolling terrain and beautiful hills, so we're able to work with nature to design a cascading valley park at the heart of the town. The topography naturally drains runoff water into our park, which includes 5 lakes. As the land gently rolls down the entire length of the town, we're able to connect the lakes through a series of cascades, streams and waterfalls, so that the park and the lakes flow with the land. We've preserved the hills as they really define a sense of place in Gamuda Gardens. By maintaining the character of the site, we're able to have combinations of both hillside and lakeside homes. The site came to us as a monocrop rubber plantation, but before that it would have been primary forest. So we see Gamuda Gardens as an opportunity to restore the land. We're going to give the land back to nature. We'll plant indigenous forest trees and create wetland habitats within our parks to bring back the biodiversity that was there before. We also try not to change the terrain and preserve the natural drainage. When we work with the land in this way, there's a respect for what was there before us. As such, the essence of the place remains unchanged, but the environment will be enhanced. In the neighbourhoods, we connect green spaces to create pocket parks and gardens to be rich with diverse natural environments. So by listening to the land, we're able to translate a message of working and living with nature to create an enchanting place.
When we plan a town, we need to merge the social components, functional elements to create a series of places that meet the needs not only of individuals and the families, but also of the town's residents and the wider communities. If we get these places right, then the town works. If we don't get these places right, then the town doesn't work. So, we not only need to think of the home place, we think about the workplace, play place, park place, shopping place, learning place. These need to be mindfully planned and carefully organised around the town square, a village centre, which becomes the place where people can come together. In Gamuda Gardens, one of the key organising elements are the lakes. So we build the town square by the water. Being at the waterfront with the promenade, we create a sense of place for this town that people will remember. We want to live in a town, yet be able to take a walk or a ride on a bike to experience the countryside. We are trying to do that in Gamuda Gardens. merge town and country living harmoniously. Just as you can walk or bike into the town square, you can easily walk on a trail and get lost in the woods. This is our way of connecting you with friends and the community, with nature and with yourself.
We are creating places for people. So when we plan, we not only look at how people connect to one another, we also look at how they can easily connect to the environment. That's why our streets are not just designed for the cars. The fact that you can walk and bike safely on them is important to us. When you walk out the front door, cycle down the street to the village center, we want you to experience a fascinating journey each and every time. The common ground for everyone in a town is essentially the community. The community is about relationships, where people know one another, live and play together, and look out for one another. So, as a town maker, we create a place for everyone. A place that people will call their home. A place for the family with kids. A place for the single adult. I like to say Gamuda Gardens is a great place to grow up as well as a place to grow old in. And if you think about it, it doesn't matter how old you are, there is a place for you in this community. For a good community to grow, we have to know how to create great places in Gamuda Gardens. That's why our planning principles and architectural approach encourage that connection with others. For instance, we have parks and walkways that flow into neighborhoods. We also have linear gardens at the back of the homes, lush and beautifully landscaped, to give you a nice space so that you can know your neighbor, share stories, have a barbecue together. That's the joy you have as a community in this town. Ultimately, a happy community makes a good town, and that's what's important to us.